part 3 of the Lanayru mining facility, and in this part of our walkthrough, we're finally going to be getting the dungeon map.
Like I said earlier, I mean, it takes a while to get the map in this dungeon.
Yeah, it's just weird to get the item before the map.
I mean, then there's other dungeons like where you get the map almost in like the first room.
I'm
not sure if it's so much in this game, but like various other games, there's the various dungeons where you get it like right there.
We can think of a few, that's for sure. I will say though, you must have learned something from the first time you fought those guys, because you handled those two three-headed guys.
Yeah, there's another enemy coming up here soon, so had to make up for it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to pat you on the back. Yeah. We take our compliments in this game.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, start pointing out the good stuff.
Exactly. We spend enough time.
I just know what's coming.
Yeah, we spend enough time laughing at what we screw up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's funner that way.
Yeah. Sad thing is, you guys don't get to see half the stuff we screw up. We try to cut it out.
Yeah.
We don't want to look too bad.
A lot of editing.
A lot of editing. But yeah, actually, there's like kind of two sections in this part of our walkthrough where we'll fight tougher enemies like that. I mean, we had the three-headed dragons, and later on we'll kind of fight the mini boss. Or I guess you.
Yeah, it's in this room. Actually, it's in this room right here that we find the mini boss. And no, it's just one thing I didn't know. Actually, we'll talk about when we get there. But I guess that'd be a good idea to do.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And I thought this was pretty cool right here. You're going to see us do in a second. That treasure chest we just saw. It's like it's behind the closed cage, of course. And
good observation there, Mr. Obvious.
Obviously, that's a great thing. But it's cool. Like you have to use the gust bellows first of all to like blow the sand out of the way. Then like, hit it with a ranged weapon.
Yeah,
and then you still have to fight somebody.
Yes,
to get
I did like that. I really did.
It's
what was it, like the beetle or something?
I think we used the slingshot maybe.
Oh well, yeah, that would actually. Why would you use the beetle in that short of headquarters? See, that's something I would do.
Hey, actually, though, I think you do use the slingshot, I think you're good. I think you're safe. But I thought it was cool, though, to like put something behind those bars like that and make you go through several steps to get there.
Did you get stuck there? Because I probably did.
I honestly didn't, because I saw the dust piles, and I'm like, okay.
In a big one that big.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I got stuck there the first time or not, because I played this game for the first time like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think normally the big dust pile is usually those crystals, and I'm not positive on that.
I think most of the time, or either that or it's blocking a door.
Yeah, exactly. But once again, man, you hit those crystals and the place just comes to life.
And I hate this thing. But one thing I didn't know is you see like a little half circle area. That's as far as he can go.
Yeah.
So if you stay out of that area and don't try to run full speed ahead at him, you won't have as many problems as I do right now against this guy.
So you just go charging right into that circle.
Well, I get that first one, that jab or stab where you got stabbed right there. That's always the hardest one.
Oh, me too. I tried doing that, and I swear I was swinging a roundhouse for some reason.
I said, this is my second time playing through, and I didn't know. I think eventually I learned, but I just totally forgot that like he couldn't get outside that thing. Right? Well, actually, he did.
Yeah,
well, man, hold on a second.
What is the point of that semicircle?
I thought he couldn't work outside there. I think he goes. I don't know now. Now I'm confused because I don't know. I did not think. That's twice. Maybe it's because he's jumping from inside of it.
I don't know. I'm confused too.
Dude, all I know is this guy's got my number right now.
Dude, those spikes are having their...
I mean, just painful. I think I found you. Well, that's the thing is this thing the gust bell takes so long to use, and you got to turn that propeller thingy on his head. I mean, it's just... When he's jumping at you like that, he's hard to get around. I just finally dodged him right there.
And he's not the quickest guy in the world, obviously, but man, the gust bellows really does take a while.
When you're using that, it's really awkward to move and dodge him. It's hard to flip backwards with that thing. Although you think the wind would give him an extra boost to do a better backflip.
You need a longer backflip or something. At least he spits out some hearts when you fall.
Thank God. I don't know if he always does that. He just might saw me and be like, hey, buddy.
Hey, you felt bad for me?
I'll help you out here a little bit.
Nice. But yeah, now that we've beat him, though, we finally get to that treasure chest, and we do finally get the dungeon map, which, like we said, it's a little later than most dungeons, it seems
What's that little, you notice that like little rope thing on the end? What's that for?
Oh, I don't know.
It's like a little rope thing with a bead.
Maybe just decorative or something, who knows.
Is he going to put on his... Yeah, I don't know what that's for. I just noticed that for the first time.
But now that enemy's out of our way, too.
Tie around it. Tie around it. You roll it up and you tie around it.
It's like a scroll or something like that. Yeah, good thinking. Good thinking.
Although he's got a huge pouch to carry all these weapons, so I'm sure he just throw it somewhere.
I know, right? Where does he put that gust bellows when he's not using it? And this is annoying. Obviously, the girl in your sword's been yelling at you for a while. When you finally talk to her, she just complains about your shield.
Well, what I hate is, like, obviously you can upgrade the shield before this dungeon if you have the proper bugs or whatever to make it stronger. But you can't use the iron shield because of all the electricity. So the only one you can use is this one. And if you don't have the upgrade, it weakens, like, super quick.
Because you've only taken 2 or 3 hits to it.
Yeah. And eventually later on this dungeon, like, we don't have it in here obviously, but I gotta go back up to Skyloft and get it repaired because you need a shield in this game, like to block the BMOs and the rocket. The rocket man.
The rockets are what did a number on my shield when I had it. That thing.
There's just a lot of enemies that do a lot of damage on your shield in this dungeon.
Yep, and with the 3 or 4 things in this dungeon that can electrocute you too.
Yeah.
As we've said, you just can't use the iron shield.
Well, I mean, you can, but it's just not recommended.
It'd be like Albert or Benjamin Franklin out there with a kite with a metal key on the end.
You want to really impress somebody, come in here on hero mode using the iron shield. That would be impressive.
I'd be impressed.
Yes. That'd be awesome.
Kind of suicidal, though.
Yes, that is the definition of suicidal.
Oh, man.
That'd be a suicide note, not a dungeon map.
No. I do kind of like how when you're crawling through these tunnels, when you come to a dead end or something you can't go to, you see the
little hands,
the little Lanayru guy, and like, whoa, peekaboo, you cannot go this way. Just nice little touches.
Kind of makes you mad though too, you know.
I know.
Like he's mocking you.
He really is. He's like,
stop, idiot! You can't go this way. Well, obviously the wall signaled that.
Yeah. As we kind of hit on part 2 of our walkthrough, it's just another treasure chest with kind of a rare crafting item. There's several of those.
I do like getting the rare items though because you do need those for. I mean, you don't get very many obviously, but you always seem to need like 1 or 2 for the upgrades. And like, while the other items are easy to get, those are kind of tougher, and so.
I agree.
Not having 1 or 2 of it, like a main, like a big one's not big. Like amber relics, you know, 1 or 2 of those, no big deal. But if you don't have 1 or 2 of like a blue feather, whatever it was.
Shoot, I think you get 10 amber relics, and it's no big deal. I swear those things are everywhere.
Yeah, they just pop up there. Yeah.
I think in my walkthrough, I've got just a ton of those stacked up.
They pile up, and you don't even use most of them.
No, that's annoying. I do think this is a really cool touch. Like, you know this guy's waiting for you at the end of the
I don't think he gets me, though. I don't think he gets me.
We'll find out.
Somehow crawl out. Yep.
No,
he
nicely
did
done.
not.
Nicely done.
I was sitting there, and I was like, I kind of slowed down just a tad bit, and I was like, I don't think this dude's moving.
It's like, this is not going to end well for me.
He was staring at me.
Yeah, he was staring at me. He was waiting for you.
Check out that nice bowling throw.
I don't get how to roll that far to the left. Like all the sand's going to the right.
Yeah, it's like if you just tilt that the controller just a little bit, it really makes them turn. I had a problem. I had
some spin on it.
Yeah,
it's like bowling.
It's not like bowling. 'Cause I did bowling on the Wii, and it did not work like that.
Well, it's just weird though, because like you said, all the sand is blowing to the right side. Yet your throw had no problems.
Yeah, I think if you just have it tilted just a little bit is what affects that right there.
Yeah. Not so much when you just. Oh.
Yeah, I'll flip again. It doesn't matter because if I would have got back up, the bomb would blow me back into the sand.
Or it would have blown you off.
It would just either one of those wouldn't have worked out well.
Either way,
it would have been more funny.
True,
but it wouldn't have worked out well.
I don't know. Getting sucked into the quicksand's always funny. Watching Link's poor hands flail
around.
Yeah. I do like though. You mentioned all the way back in part 1. You were like, "Is there sand waterfalls in here?" I do kind of like how they're like it's flowing off the side. You couldn't really tell from that angle there. But from a few of the angles you get, it is pretty cool to see.
I do like that.
This like river or ocean of sand
just
disappearing down the side. It's a nice touch. Little things.
So you see, obviously always seen waterfalls. It's kind of nice to see some other kind of fall, I guess.
Exactly, and that's something they really took advantage of, and I think in A Link Between Worlds a little bit, because there's a whole sand-based dungeon in that one. And you see some
sand waterfall. Yeah, you're right.
So they obviously liked something about what they did here.
I totally forgot about Link Between Worlds having that.
Yeah. So getting a little ahead of ourselves, obviously, if you haven't played it, but it's pretty cool effect.
Yeah, it's been out for a month or 2 now.
Yeah, I just like seeing it on such a big scale on this thing, like, in that huge room, that huge sea of sand there, or river of sand, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I know we kind of have like a mixed opinion on 2D versus 3D. Like you like the 2D games more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say more, but you like those a lot. Whereas I like the 3D. It's because of reasons like that. Like you can expand so much more.
You really
on
can.
That sand waterfall right there. So that's kind of. It's just more epic. More you can just do more with the game.
Yeah. It's one benefit the 3Ds will always have is better visuals.
Definitely.
Like I said, you can just do a lot more with it.
Man, this one's kind of a little more confusing, I guess. I had to make sure
that way. I agree. And this wraps up part 3.